Good evening and welcome to the 2021-2022 school year back to school night. My name is Mr. Amidon and I'm your child's 8th grade ELA and YCP teacher. Our goals for this school year. The first is to teach students to analyze and evaluate works of fiction and nonfiction. So what that means is we are trying to help our students to be able to look at a piece of text, look at a article, watch a video, and be able to extract the information from it that is necessary, depending on what the situation is. Now in class, it would be from a worksheet or some type of questions, but that goes beyond just in class. We want them to be able to look at something and be able to figure out what does it mean, what's the most important part of it, why, the why of it. Also to develop students' ability to communicate effectively in writing. Writing is a huge part of our ELA standards. And so we will be doing 3 essays this school year. The first essay is an informative essay. The second one will be an argumentative essay. And the third will be a narrative essay. Now, we will also be including other writing activities throughout the year, but those are the 3 essays that we'll be writing this year. So what are we going to learn? We're going to learn the California Common Core State Standards for English Language Arts and also California English Language Development Standards. Both of those go hand in hand. Many of the strategies that are geared towards our English learners are also very good strategies for our English only students. So they go hand in hand, really. How are we going to learn it? We are going to use videos, Google Classroom, class discussion, and novels. With the videos, the lessons that we teach our students usually lend themselves to having some type of media attached to them. If there isn't a video or something that goes along or image that goes along with the lesson or assignment, I usually try to find something that can bring it home for the students, something that they can relate to in dealing with that lesson. Google Classroom is another great tool, mostly a resource because we are in person school now. I didn't want to stop using the Google Class because it is a really good place to put information and resources for students to use outside of class. They're not going to be in class with me all the time. And so whatever I put on Google Classroom is usually an exact replica or an exact version of what it is we're doing in class. It's not necessarily going to be extra assignments. It's going to be used mostly for a resource for students to understand what it is that they're doing. Class discussions. We will be doing class discussions, impromptu class discussions, or even planned out class discussions. The class discussions, the whole idea behind that is to allow our students to be able to form an opinion based on some information that they've read or seen, and not only form that opinion, but be able to back up why they have that opinion, to justify why they have that opinion through evidence and through proof from a text or some other source. We will also be reading novels in this class. We will read 2 or 3 novels. Our first novel will begin within the next week or so. How are grades determined? So here's a breakdown of your students' grades. Homework projects are 10%, writing tests and classwork are 30%. So the last 3 items are the writing, the tests, and the classwork. Those are all mostly done in class. Now, tests for sure will be done in class. Classwork for sure will be done in class, but the writing, there will be sometimes when they will have a writing assignment that's going to be done outside of class. But the reasoning for 90% of their grade being assignments done in class is because I'm able to help them with those. We want to really allow our students all the opportunities they can get to understand the content and also to be able to apply the content. And so the vast majority of their grade is coming from in-class assignments. The homework is generally not something that is a separate assignment that would be just an outside of school assignment. Usually homework is rolled over from classwork that's unfinished. But there will be times when a homework assignment is necessary, or is beneficial, I should say. So every now and then there will be a homework assignment, but for the most part, homework is just assignments that they didn't finish in class. Our late work policy. Late work may be submitted for up to 1 week from the due date for half credit, or up to half credit, I should say. So all of my assignments, most of my assignments, are due on Friday. Now, if a student did not turn in their assignment on Friday, they have until the following Friday to turn it in for up to half credit, depending on how they did on it. As far as absent work is concerned, if a student is absent, it's their responsibility to either come and see me, talk to a peer, or check Google Class to see what it is that they missed while they were out. And they have 1 week from the day that they return from their absence to get those assignments done for full credit. I'm not going to dock them because they were absent, but after that, then it becomes 50% or up to 50% because it will be late then. These important dates are for the grading periods. Each quarter has 2 grading periods, a progress report, which is the mid-quarter, and the end of the quarter, which is the report card. So these dates are all the end of the mid-quarter or end of the quarter dates. Now, each one of these dates will have some type of report sent home, either a progress report or a report card. So you can expect to receive either the progress or the report card from the school within a few days after these dates. Here are our rules, usual simple rules to be followed in school. They're just respectful. They're just rules that help things move along much more smoothly and keeps everybody safe. This is our discipline procedure. The referral process is the same as before, with a warning first, then the student conference, then a parent contact, and then the fourth time would be the referral. This is the schedule, the school schedule. On minimum days, that's the right-hand column, and the left-hand column is a regular schedule. We've had minimum days all last week for our first day of school, so the students are following the minimum day schedule. And that's also the every Friday schedule is a minimum day, so they'll be following that on Fridays. And then so from this week on, we're in regular day schedules. This is how you may get a hold of me. Email works pretty well. I don't check my email all the time, but my email is jamidon@besd.org. Or you can call the school and they'll transfer you to me. But by far the best and easiest way to get a hold of me is through the Remind app. So I've included this table here that will allow you easy access to the class name and the Remind code so that you can sign up. I'm generally respond to Remind texts pretty quickly. So if there's anything that you need or have a question about, just use the Remind code or use the Remind app to send me the message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Your students can also do the same thing. This concludes my back to school night presentation. I hope this was very informative for you. But if you do have any questions, you may contact me or contact the school, and hopefully we can get those questions resolved. Thank you. Have a great rest of your evening.